Right, it is exactly 9 p.m. top of the hour, and you're just right on time for KUTV Primetime News here at KUTV, the 22nd of March, the year 2022. Indeed, we have much and more lined up for you this particular evening, but first, our top stories tonight.
Null and void. Nairobi Police Commander Adamson Bungei rubbishes Azimio's notice on planned demonstration, but Azimio says demonstrations are still on. Not in our society. LGBTQ debate roars on in Parliament as legislatures seek prohibition and distribution of information on LGBTQ. Tour of development. President William Ruto embarked on a 3-day tour of Busiland and parts of Migori. Also tonight, former Chief Justice Willie Mutunga lands Muslim for Human Rights Board chair.
Right, my co-pilot tonight is SAMMY OKELLO. I'm your captain, AUMA Evans. And remember, you can follow this particular broadcast on all of our social media platforms, on Facebook at KUTV Kenya, on Twitter at KUTV_Kenya. Remember to use the hashtag Primetime News. Now, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya coalition leader Raila Odinga and a host of many leaders have today presented a letter of notice to the Inspector General of Police Japheth Koome to notify the police boss of their planned procession for next week's Monday and Thursday demonstration. The Nairobi Regional Police Commander Adamson Bungei has, however, termed the notice null and void. Our very own James Muriki kick off our bulletin tonight with that particular report.
The Azimio coalition, through its Executive Council Chairman Wycliffe Oparanya today, has notified the Nairobi Regional Police Commander Adamson Bungei of their intent to stage a peaceful protest on Monday and Thursday next week in Nairobi City. In the statement directed to Inspector General of Police Japheth Koome, the coalition says that they intend to submit petition to county commanders, sub-county commanders, and other state offices countrywide as part of the procession. The letter further states that their submission of the letter to the police boss is a notification and not in any way a request, citing Article 37 that gives every Kenyan a right to peaceably demonstrate and picket. While responding to the notice issued, the Nairobi Regional Police Commander Adamson Bungei has, however, said that the opposition Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party's notification of protest to be held next week addressed to his office is null and void. According to Bungei, the Azimio team should have addressed and served the letter to the officer commanding police station of the area where they intend to stage their demonstrations, urging the opposition team to follow due process and furnish the area police station chief, presumably the Nairobi Central Police Station OCS, with a letter of intent on time before staging the protest. Despite the police boss terming the Azimio protest as illegal last Saturday, the opposition held its protest last Monday, where several injuries and destruction of properties were reported. Odinga and yesterday threatened to sue the Nairobi police boss over alleged brutality on Azimio protesters, a claim that Bungei is responding to, stating that they were only doing their job. Today's Azimio's letter also read in part that the notice also seeks to enable the police to provide the protesters with adequate security, and that the police officers that will not be in uniform in their next protest will be treated as thugs and as hired goons. James Mureki Mwenda, KUTV.
Now, Nyali Member of Parliament Mohammed Ali presented a motion before the August House seeking prohibition of speech, publication and distribution of information on lesbianism, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, that the Nyali legislature has pleaded with the members of parliament to pass the motion banning of the ruling made by the Supreme Court on legalizing LGBTQ in Kenya, citing that lesbianism and gayism has no place in our society.
It is no secret that the Supreme Court's decision in adoption of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender cure has brought Kenyans' discourse to an all-time high. There seems to be an underlying belief that the Supreme Court has now sanctioned what the panel called terms unnatural acts through its decision. However, this has caused mixed reactions, with Nyali Member of Parliament Muhammad Ali presenting a motion before the members of Parliament, seeking them to oppose the ruling, terming it as ungodly and which is against the Kenyan culture.
Katika Biblia tumeonywa, Walawi 20:13 mnaambiwa, Mwenyezi Mungu anasema, kama mwanaume yeyote akilala na mwanaume mwenzake kana kwamba ni mwanamke, basi wote wawili ni lazima wauawe. Sio mimi nasema, ni Mwenyezi Mungu. Sikilizeni maandiko vizuri. Kwani wamefanya jambo lililo chukizo, watawajibika kwa umwagikaji wa damu yao wenyewe. Ukifanya ushoga, ukifanya usagaji, na Mungu anasema muuawe.
Additionally, Muhammad Ali also stated that funds and fake donations being given by promoters of LGBTQ are unlawful, for it is a method used to enforce the act, adding that there are no human rights that protect people engaging in the act in Kenya, as it was explained by the US Ambassador to Kenya, Meg Whitman.
Kumwambia balozi wa Marekani humu nchini Bi Meg Whitman, ya kwao ya Marekani ayafanye Marekani, na ya Kenya aachie wa Kenya wafanye ya Kikenya. Mambo ya kutuletea mambo ya ushoga na usagaji na hata kutumia pesa kufikia viongozi mbalimbali, kutumia misaada haramu ili kuweza kuleta hii tabia mbovu hapa nchini Kenya, hatutakubali.
On the other hand, members of parliament weighed in on the matter, with a number of them requesting the government to come up with measures to ensure movers of LGBTQ are dealt with effectively.
Dini hairuhusu masuala ya ushoga wala usagaji. Kwa hiyo mimi nataka niunge mkono mswada huu, na bunge hili la kitaifa linapopitisha mswada huu, tuhakikishe kwamba sheria kali inatolewa kwa wale ambao watakuwa na matendo ya ushoga ama usagaji.
President William Ruto assured the nation that he will not allow LGBTQ in Kenya, urging religious leaders to rise up and guide their flock, lest the country loses its moral fabric. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Right, now, away from LGBTQ uproar, President William Ruto will on Thursday embark on a 3-day official tour of Kisii and Nyamira County, as well as Kuria East and Kuria West constituencies. Addressing the press in Kisii County, State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed said that the president itinerary will feature the launching of a number of key projects in the region in line with the Kenya Kwanza government bottom-up economic agenda. President Ruto will also commission the Kageti water project in Kisii and propose affordable housing project in Sironga, Nyamira County. Former Chief Justice Willy Mutunga has been appointed as Muslim for Human Rights Chair, replacing Khalif. In a statement by Muheri, Mutunga is stated as a justice who knows human rights matter and the law, which will help the body advance its goals of fighting indemnity, adding that his track record on defending the law will help boost the rule of law in the country. Now, President William Ruto today attended the bell-ringing economy to mark the listing of the Lap Trust Imara income treat on the Nairobi Security Exchange. The president has said that the government will enhance the investment sector in the country, as our very own Joseph Case reports.
President William Ruto has vowed to ensure that the government provides a sound and predictable investor environment in the country. The president spoke while presiding over the bell-ringing ceremony to mark the listing of Lab Trust Imara Income Rate on the Nairobi Security Exchange.
I also want to give you my commitment that the business and investment environment in Kenya is secure and conducive on a continuous basis. Through the rule of law, the government will take robust measures to honor and respect the rights of all and demonstrate that no one is above the law by decisively combating impunity, lawlessness, and disorder.
The president has reiterated that there is need to reverse the poor post-pandemic situation in the investment sector in order to ensure that Kenya returns its glory as an investment hub for both local and international traders.
That Kenya's capital markets can and must be revitalized by enlisting the participation of micro, small and medium enterprises, as well as the large multinational companies that have set up business operations in Kenya. Listing these vital actors will deepen and invigorate the capital markets considerably.
The president has also stated that the government is planning to solve the challenges associated with the dollar in a bid to relieve Kenyans of the burden. The president has also said that government is firming its affordable housing plan, which has attracted private investors.
And therefore, for the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks. And secondly,
the government is partnering with the private sector on the delivery of affordable housing, which has become an attractive investment opportunity through the provision of land countrywide, tax incentives such as VAT exemptions and preferential corporate tax. And the National Treasury further appreciates that, owing to the restricted nature of the Real Estate Investment Trust, the Lab Trust, and that is the promoter, has committed to maintain 100% ownership of the REIT securities for a period of 3 years after the listing date.
The listing gives Lab Trust the platform to build investor confidence. It also confirms that real estate investment trusts play a critical role in enhancing government agenda on housing and availing of investment opportunities. Joseph Kes, KUTV.
The National Chambers of Commerce and Industry President Richard Ngatia, alongside the Trademark Africa Group, have today launched the eSoko app, an application that is designed to empower women traders, give them access to market information, as well as the platform to network while trading across the region. Anodida now reports.
In order to empower women entrepreneurs in the country, Trademark Africa, in partnership with Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry (KNCCI), today launched an integrated information platform, iSoko, to further create a platform for the women traders in Kenya to network and trade across the East African regional bloc.
As we celebrate this year's International Women's Day and month, I must say, for women, iSoko is very timely because the theme for this year is digital. We want to see how we can use the power of the internet, the power of digital solutions to enhance women's trade.
Through the project Making Trade Work for Women in East Africa, we are partnering with TMA to support the social and economic empowerment of women traders across the 7 countries of the East African community, with a focus on access to markets, capacity building for them to take full advantage of regional, continental, and international trade.
In his remarks, KNCCI Chamber President Richard Ngatia noted that feedback from several iSoko user acceptance task sessions for different categories of women traders spoke on the ease of use of the platform and the friendly user interface.
Internet, market, Soko, I think this is where we are today. So ladies and gentlemen, today marks a milestone in our journey towards women empowerment. And today we launch the iSoko digital platform. a revolutionary solution designed to empower women in trade.
Dr. Bruno Linyuru, the Secretary for Trade in the State Department for Trade, said the iSoko portal will have a significant impact on the lives of women traders by increasing their income, improving their bargaining power, and promoting their economic independence.
Women traders face a number of challenges in accessing markets and selling their products. They often lack real-time information on market prices, demand and supply, and struggle to connect with the potential buyers. This hub has been designed to address these challenges and make it easier for women traders to access markets and sell their produce.
Women traders who have so far benefited from the platform also appreciated the segments on the platform, keeping them up to date. They say the platform's tools have helped them to improve their business practices and manage their finances more effectively.
I'd say iSoko is a really good platform, especially for me. I find it really important that I'm able to sell my products to the other markets outside of Kenya. Because we've been selling in Kenya, and that's something we've been able to do. But now what we wanted to do for our business is to be able to reach the markets outside our country.
I am grateful to iSoko because they've enabled me connect to the market. I'm able to know which side of Kenya, which side of East Africa, or even beyond need my products and how I can meet the clientele in different sectors.
The platform, which was unveiled in Nairobi today, will serve to bring together women traders from 5 countries in the East African community, including Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, and Burundi. Anodida, KUTV, Nairobi.
Right, that story by Anodida takes us to our first short break. Plenty more to follow after the break.
Series, and to conclude the series we're going to be discussing acute hepatitis, which is the inflammation of the liver that resolves within 6 months.
A patient with acute hepatitis will just feel generally fatigued and generally unwell, and this might actually be it. In fact, some patients might not feel anything at all. It could pass just as a silent infection, and this is actually what happens in most of the younger patients, the children.
Lola is an app that gives you a chance to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles wherever you are for free. Motivational stories, dramas, campus life, technology, lifestyle, adventure, sports, academics, jobs, entertainment, and more. Download Lola now on Play Store. All you need, you got Lola.
Okay, easy. Okay, I'm stopped. Out of my life.
And lose Nambi? How did I get myself into this mess?
Wife is going to be a problem, then you will have to pay me every single shilling.
Welcome back, and we're glad you're still with us. Now, let's move on. The AUMA and Pokomo community from Tana River County have signed a peace treaty marking the end of a 10-year tension between the two conflicting parties that led to the Kilelengwani massacre of 2012. While addressing the two communities in Kilelengwani, the leaders from both sides urged the two warring parties to bury the hatchet of their past experience so as to allow development in the region.
In a ceremony presided over by Galole Member of Parliament Said Hirabai, Garsen Member of Parliament Ali Wario, and former Tana River Women Representative Rehema Hassan, the Orma and Pokomo community signed a peace treaty 10 years after the infamous Kilelengwani massacre of 2012. The massacre that resulted to 50 deaths, among them 9 GSU officers, have seen the two communities pervaded with tension between each other due to mistrust inspired by the past events. While speaking to the two communities, Galole Member of Parliament Said Hirabai noted that peace is necessary for the communities to thrive in their endeavors. He also urged them to forget the past events so as to allow more developments.
Maendeleo hayawezi kufanyika mahali ambapo kuwa hakuna amani. Kuna matatizo ya umaskini, matatizo ya elimu, watoto hawasomi. Hayo yote yanaweza kufanyika ikiwa tuko na amani.
Garsen Member of Parliament Ali Wario, who was also in attendance, added that the peace treaty was a new chapter for the communities, urging them not to be incited into more violence by anyone.
Lakini tunataka kulima mbegu ya amani. Mimi najua watu wa Kelelengwani mnapendana sana. Hiyo fitina sijui imetoka wapi.
Wacha waone sisi tunapenda amani. Tukikosana tunakosana sisi kwa sisi kama ndugu, na bado tunaweza kusuluhisha wenyewe.
The dubbed Kilelengwani Peace Treaty is expected to ease the 10-year tension between the two communities since the massacre. Ruth Wanjiru, OKELLO TV.
Right now from Tana River to Laikipia, Principal Secretary for Correctional Services, Ms. Mary Muthoni Murioki, has called on Laikipia residents to embrace alternative dispute resolution mechanism before taking their cases to court. Speaking in Laikipia West Sub-County during a tree planting exercise held at Marmanet Forest, the PS said that the alternative dispute resolution is a mandatory agenda that needs to be addressed.
Ms. Mary Muthoni, Principal Secretary for Correctional Service, has said that she will go ahead to implement the presidential directive to decongest prisons in the country. An order that was issued by President William Ruto during the last pass-out of prison officers at Ruiru Prisons College. Ms. Muthoni asked the judiciary to always ensure the chiefs and local leaders embrace alternative dispute resolution before going to court, and especially for petty and societal level offenses.
Na alternative dispute resolution inaweza tatuliwa kinyumbani, inaweza ikatatuliwa na wazee wa kijiji, inaweza ikatatuliwa na wazee wa nyumba kumi, inaweza ikatatuliwa hata na religious leaders na political leaders.
She added that for those already in prison, the government has initiated the community service order and urged the probation officers to go to courts, review the petty cases and have them released. On his part, Laikipia County Governor Joshua Irongo said that he is in support of the prison decongestion, calling on the PS to release some of the prisoners with less than 3 years to their jail term so that they can help the community in tree planting and contribute to the economy.
Na kwa hivyo sponsors wale wengine wote tafadhali Johnny, na tutashikana pamoja tuweze kuinua maisha ya Wakenya, na zaidi sana tuweze kuinua na kutengeneza hali ya maisha na mazingira yetu ya Kenya.
The leaders were speaking in Laikipia West Sub-County during a tree planting exercise held at the Marmanet Forest, conducted by over 170 inmates who were released on Monday this week by the Prisons Department. Joy Minor, KUTV, Nairobi.
Now on to sports action. National squad tactician Benjamin Musa and the 2018 Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Christine Ongare have criticized the referees following the boxers' elimination at the ongoing Women World Boxing Championship in India. Ongare's medal aspirations were distinguished after falling to Turkey's Irivan Barut at KD Jadhav Indoor Hall yesterday. Barut's claimed a quick victory, stopping the Kenyan in the first round after an 8-standing count. Now the trials for Team Kenya in the African Junior Athletics Championship will be held in Eastern weekend between 7th and 8th April 2023 at Nyayo Stadium. The The trials were set for this weekend between the 24th and 25th March, but organizers Athletics Kenya have been forced to postpone it due to unavailability of Nyayo Stadium. According to Youth Development Director at Athletics Kenya, Barnabas Correll, the event can only be held in Nyayo Stadium and Kasarani Stadium. The championship will involve athletes below the age of 18 and 20 and will be subjected to doping test. The 15th Africa Junior Championship will be held in Lusaka, Zambia from 29th April to 3rd of May 2023. Now crossing gears to some international action, former Arsenal and Real Madrid midfielder Mesut Ozil has announced his retirement at the age of 34. The 2014 World Cup winner had been playing for Istanbul Başakşehir in Turkey, but has now called time on his career after injuries limited him to just 8 appearances this season. It brings to an end a career stuck with trophies, with Ozil once regarded as the best number 10 in the world. Bursting onto the scene with a shark in 2006, Ozil became the certified Bundesliga star when he joined Werder Bremen in 2008, but it was his epic performance for Germany at the World Cup 2010 that secured a 13 million euros to Real Madrid. Ozil won La Liga and Copa del Rey during his time in Spanish capital and ended with 44 goals in 254 appearances for Arsenal, winning an incredible 3 FA Cup in the process. Alright, that's a wrap for KUTV Prime Time News. Indeed, many thanks for those who made this production a success, and of course for your esteemed viewers for always keeping us a company. Of course, let's do this tomorrow, same time, same place, by the grace of God. My name is AUMA Evans. My sign language interpreter tonight has been SAMMY OKELLO. Good night for now.